Thanks for joining us on another edition of National Focus. I am Mervin. Coming up, the National Development Foundation of Dominica makes charitable donations. An official funeral will be held on Wednesday for former Speaker of the House of Assembly, Murray Davis Spear. And the Adult Education Division introduces new programs this summer. Join us for these and other stories right after the break.
The black cicatoca fungus can survive on banana and plantain leaves even after they have been cut from the tree. Farmers and hucksters are encouraged to use alternate cushioning material when moving produce from farm to the market. Do not use banana and plantain leaves as cushioning. It is against the law to move banana and plantain trash from the field. Obey the law and stop the spread of black cicatoca today.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. The National Development Foundation of Dominica, as part of its mission to reduce poverty, made donations to free charitable organizations last Friday. An assortment of grocery items were handed over to those institutions to help ease the strain of sourcing funds and food items to care for their charges. Ainsworth Irish, president of the Grotto Home, was first to say thank you.
We have 43 residents and we give them 3 hot meals on a daily basis. In addition to that, we give a hot meal every day to about 50 persons from the street. So indeed, I'm very delighted this morning to having received this token from, this gift from NDF. NDF, I see a motto leading the way in business development. And certainly, I hope you can continue to succeed as you do your microfinancing. I'm sure that from your presentation here this morning, your gift to the Grotto, that will go a long way in assisting in the quality of life for the residents of the Grotto. So certainly, I want to say a big thank you.
The Grotto, which has been caring for the homeless since the 80s, is reportedly operating under trying circumstances at this time.
Sometimes, it's really a task to get money and food to feed. And I think this is a very fine gesture here this morning. And certainly I cannot find words to say how grateful we are from the standpoint of the Grotto. So once again, thank you very much to NDF.
Home manager of Chances, Ava Roach, accepted the gift on behalf of her organization.
We cater for children from birth until 18 years. It's not a permanent home. It's a home where children stay for about 6 months. During that period, we really hope that we can restore the light in that child and their family, and they can be reunited again. In some cases, these children return to, if they cannot return to their family or home, they go into foster care. It's a wide age group, 0 to 18 years. At present, we have 26 children. And tomorrow it might be 24 because a child might be going back home, or tomorrow there might be some children in need of care and protection, a child who has been abused or abandoned. Those of us who are homes, we know feeding children is not an easy task. And I like the gesture by you, the NDFD, to really give to Chances.
Reach was also one of the recipients. The NDFD made a financial presentation to the blood bank of the Princess Margaret Hospital.
On behalf of the Ministry of Health, the PMH Medical Lab and Blood Bank, I would really like to say thank you to NDFD for their gift. There's only one blood bank on the island. And when you come to do your operations, if there's no blood, then we have problems. And it is so good when people can give. Not only blood, but can give financially. There are many of us who cannot give for certain reasons. I would like to tell you that you can give financially to the blood bank.
Still in the spirit of giving, a donation of books was presented to the Dominica Cadet Corps on Monday through the Ministry of Youth Affairs. Meant to be a means of broadening the scope of the cadets' learning, the gifts came from the Christian family.
Gabriel, my brother, attorney in Washington, D.C., who has Dominica very much at heart, sourced these books from the cadets in the Maryland area. And as you shall see, they are books on leadership, on aerospace science, and on global cultural studies. And the bottom line is that we want to see the cadets continue to expand the vision. It's not just about the music and the marching and looking sharp in the uniform, although that's nice, but it's about leadership and developing young people to expand their vision and their capabilities. And Dominicans, whether at home or abroad, excel in all that they do.
The family is pleased by government's focus on young people and the Cadet Corps.
And I've met with her on several occasions at cadet activities, and I just want to take the opportunity to express our profound appreciation for the government's continued support of the Cadet Corps. The Cadet Corps continues to grow and to expand.
Handing over the donation to the youth minister was Trudy Christian, daughter of deceased Wellsworth Christian, a pioneer of the Dominica Cadet Corps.
On behalf of the Christian family and the Cadet Corps, we would just like to present these books to you, Honorable Charles. I hope they'll be very instrumental in the life of the young cadets who will utilize them. I know that my father was a cadet, although I was not privileged to see him in full uniform ever. But I know that being in the Cadet Corps was very instrumental in his development, and I'm sure that the young people in Dominica who are part of the Cadet Corps today will also utilize their experience in the Cadet Corps to improve their future and make them very good serving Dominican citizens. So, present these to you.
The Minister for Youth Affairs and Culture, Honorable Justina Charles, confirmed that the gifts are in line with the efforts of government in the area of youth development.
The Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports express our greatest appreciation for the contribution of books to the Dominica Cadet Corps. We know that the cadets in Dominica have been very instrumental in getting engaged in positive activities, and it is our hope that our cadets will be developed into well-rounded individual. Interestingly, when I looked through the books, I saw one on leadership education and communication. I think this was the one that caught my attention, but I think all of the books are going to assist in the total development or the holistic development of our Cadet Corps. It's no longer education that's just limited to Dominica, but we want to extend their horizon and the way of thinking and broaden their scope of living, provide opportunities for development and for engagement in various fields. And so we know the Cadet Corps, there is potential within the Cadet Corps where our young boys and girls can develop into productive citizens of Dominica.
The Christian family, largely based overseas, has maintained the close contact with the Ministry of Youth Affairs. The minister went on to thank the family for their long-distance support to Dominica.
So I really want to thank the Christian family for continuing to collaborate with us in Dominica. I think because of their injuries and their involvement in the Cadet Corps, that collaboration has not wavered.
Commandant David Andrews, speaking on behalf of the Dominica Cadet Corps, affirmed that the donation means expansion for the Corps.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the donors of these wonderful books. Just as we had great support from the Christian brothers and Christian family out there in the diasporic community, providing us with a start-off in our music section in the Dominica Cadet Corps. It seems to suggest with this donation, it's going to lay the foundation for the starting of our library. We really cherish it, and we will maximize every opportunity to see how we can disseminate more information to our cadets and give them a variety of areas that they can go into. So it's a good feeling to partner with other persons who have interest in young people's mind as we continue to mold and fashion the young minds of our country to become loyal and very good citizens. We are hoping that in the future we can really use this book and to start off a new area, as we've planned to have the new area we have. Other than the Sea Cadets, the infantry, and music, we are looking to start the service support section. And now with these books, I'm sure we will head to another section, which would be our library section or information section.
In other news, the government of Dominica has declared Wednesday, June 4 as an official day of mourning as a mark of respect for the late Mary Davis Spear, former Speaker of the House of Assembly. The Dominican flag will be flown at half-mast on all public buildings in the state, and an official funeral will be held at 3:30 p.m. at the St. Gerard's Hall Chapel. Mary Davis Spear was the first Speaker of the House of Assembly. She served from August 13, 1980 to December 13, 1988. She had a long, distinguished career in the public service. She entered in 1944 and later rose to the rank of Deputy Registrar in 1965. In 1967, she became the first female clerk of the House of Assembly. As clerk, she wrote a book on parliamentary practice and working methods of the Dominica House of Assembly. The book was published in 1975. Marie Davis Spear was a devout Catholic and served as catechist for 56 years and a member of the Cathedral Choir. The President of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre and Mrs. Savre, Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt, members of Cabinet, members of the Diplomatic Corps and other government officials are expected to attend Wednesday's official funeral. Public viewing will be from 2:30 p.m. In other news, the Adult Education Division will offer new programs this summer. This was confirmed on Tuesday by Adult Education Officer Martha Andre during an interview with GIS News. She said this year the division is set to accommodate various courses to the public at a cost of $50.
We are again going to implement our summer program. Last year we had a very good program. We had a very good turnout of persons wanting to pursue different courses. We looked at a variation of courses last year, and this year it will be the same. We have a few eliminations. We will not do videography this year like last year. We will not do salsa dancing. I know those are two that are off the list for now.
Andre also noted that the courses are aimed at teaching skills that allow participants to earn an income.
But this year we're taking on again the smoking, because a number of women are asking to run that course so they can learn to do the smoking and make cushions for sale. We have been very successful with that, in that we ran programs in different areas where persons were able to make a living out of doing those cushions. So we're hoping that, this year can be no different. We will be able to, meet the needs of those persons who really want to learn, and they can do something sustainable.
The Adult Education Officer appealed to individuals who are interested to sign up to attend the 6-week program.
I am encouraging the public to come out and support the program while we support you, because we are hoping that we are providing a service to people who really want to learn to do something out of their ordinary day-to-day activities. And I encourage people, as we say adulthood begins at 15, but we allow people, even students from the high school.
The summer program is set to end with a bang, as the participants will showcase their work via an exhibition open to the general public.
We usually end with an exhibition because we want people to see what our adult learners are doing during the summer. And I think it's a way of bringing about awareness that people will recognize, even those who just go to the office 8 to 4 would recognize that they can do more than just that. They can come out and learn a skill and do something better, something profitable, perhaps even make some extra money.
Some of the courses offered include tailoring, basic plumbing and electricity, cake decorating, flower arrangements, West Indian cooking, basic and advanced sewing, smock cushion making, pastry making, and interior decoration. At the end of the program, participants will receive certificates of participation. The Dominica Bar Association officially kicked off activities for Law Week 2014 with an annual law fair on Saturday, May 31st. The event, which convened from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Convent High School, where members of the Bar Association provided free legal advice. In light of the week of observance, Tuesday, June 3rd, has been formally declared Civics Day by the Bar Association. The Honorable Minister for Legal Affairs, Honorable Ian Douglas, is expected to address the nation on civic duties and responsibilities. The association will also host presentations on civic duties at various secondary schools across the country. Also on the agenda for this week's celebration, the association, in collaboration with the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, will launch the Justice Telford Georges Memorial Lecture Series at the Dominica State College from 7 p.m. on Thursday, the 5th of June. The event will feature the Caribbean luminary, Dr. Francis Alexis, presenting on the topic, Into the Future of the Constitution, the Role of the Caribbean Court of Justice, highlighting Dominica's constitution and how it will be potentially reformed by the CCJ. Law Week 2014 will culminate on Saturday, June 7 with a gala dinner at the Fort Young Hotel. The association will honor former Dominican President, His Excellency Dr. Nicholas J. O. Liverpool, for his sterling contribution to jurisprudence regionally and his continued support to the Dominica Bar Association. All nationals are strongly encouraged by the President of the Dominica Bar Association to take advantage of this year's Law Week activities, as it will benefit the population significantly. A Dominican returns to invest in the hotel sector. Kadisha St. Louis brings us this report.
I'm Andrew Jacob from Paywash. I live in Guadeloupe for about 30 years. Sometimes the back Prime Minister come to Guadeloupe and then he was telling us to invest in Dominica and things, so I feel that was a good idea. Come down here, I saw that piece of land on sale, I bought it. I went to the ministry, discovered Dominica, invest Dominica, they give us duty free and income. And then it took us a long time, 3 years, starting on my own pocket, and then later I went to the Aid Bank, they give us a loan to finish the place. But it was for the government and them of the duty free and those things there. I don't think I would have reached to finish that place really. So, but right now the place is over, the things are finished. Hoping to open soon, month end.
This was what Andrew Jacob, proprietor of La Flambeauste Hotel, told GIS News when we visited his estate in the quiet and secluded community of Layu Park on Monday, the 2nd of June. This 43,560 square foot hotel is surrounded by flourishing flora and fauna and boasts of being the only establishment of its kind in the area. According to Jacob, without this encouragement and the help of various government institutions such as the Discover Dominica Authority, the Invest Dominica Authority, and the Aid Bank, his dream would never have been realized. Jacob is certain that his new establishment will attract business to Dominica from across the region.
Well, that place was already built, but for the locals first time, but for the French Caribbean. Because I have a lot of people already contact out there already. Most people want to come and visit the place. I had some people come and visit the last time. They send me another group of people coming soon on the same. Sometimes soon, there'll be 30 of them to see the place, visit the place, although they play small salary, but they. And then that clip we'll be making soon with them. We'll send it to France. Promising to work all the address in Guadeloupe and then Martinique. But I think the place will work all right because the people like the place and then all of them, every time they tell me, what they were going to look at the summer over. So you see the people ready to make business with us in Dominica.
The opulent restaurant, large pool, and scenic views are just some of the amenities which will be available to guests come June 30th.
We have 12 apartments, we have 12 rooms. Each room have 2 beds in them, double beds. Each apartment can acquire 2 or 3 people. We have nice restaurants above. We have an entertainment place. We'll have a disco up here. A hall for marriage, for anniversary, anything the people want up here. We have a nice swimming pool up there, so for the people to relax. So anytime the people come here, either foreigners or local, they can spend the weekend or a week. They don't want to go down to town again. Everything is at their leisure. We have a transport to take you up, transport to take you back. We have I work in a tour guy fella, taking you to take a tour down in the river, Trafalgar, ice cruise, all about. So we're ready for business.
Jacob's appreciation for government support for his personal dream has led him to seek ways to help others. He says he intends to staff his establishment through the National Employment Program, providing employment for as many youths as he can.
Because I was listening good by we have a program going on for the young people right now. I think we're getting approximately 5 or 6 of them, and then the rest pass to invest and discover Dominica for the balance of the people who work up here.
Thanks to the efforts of Dominica's government, who, through their various incentives, make it easier for individuals establishing businesses, Andrew Jacob can proudly open the hotel of his dreams just 3 years after work began.
Thank you, Kadisha, for that report. And that's the English news. McPherson St. Luce is next with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominique bâti 10 maisons Petrocasa en Trafalgar. Parole celle-là sortie en membre parlement, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre.
Petrocasa Trafalgar, nous tenons 10 Petrocasa, nous tapons President Chavez, qui est un blessed memory, because c'est un bon homme, mais c'est un bon friend pour nous. Non, Rosa Valley, Trafalgar, ça c'est Kaichi, nous tapons 10. Avec là où il y a 10 familles qui n'y ont qu'à actuellement, ils ne pas tenir. Avec nous vendons $1 pour terre. Nous vendons terre pour $1 pour terre. Avec ça, nous avons fait, c'est nous décider. C'est mon là, non, ça, ouais, si vous regardez là, quand vous avez une veranda, un porch, un clad by, c'est caillou, il faut un petit plancer by ça. Actuellement, by là, bien, nice. Nous parlons pour ces gens là, c'est DLP, ça c'est Dominique qui nous fait ça. Avec ces gens là, bien content pour ça.
À la nouvelle, ministre Culture, Honorable Justina Charles, qui a complimenté d'autres gens qui ne prennent pas en compétition chanson CARICOM. Ambassadeur Michael Henderson ou Dominique sorti à tête en compétition là.
C'est d'autres Dominicains qui n'ont pas placé parce que c'était une seule place qui était gardée pour. Mais depuis yo voyez chanter ça mine pour dire yo ka senti encore yo bon assez et mon toujours tous les dio bon compliment because ça mine yo ça yo teni te bon et yo commencer et yo select 10 en premier ou et yo teni pour pon yon so mon certain yo d'être placé check côté mais nous pas connait result ça là mais mon le dit yo depuis yo participer ça mine pour dire yo bien bon assez so mon le dit yo bon compliment et mon le souhaiter yo bien là yo continuer travail artistique travail yo
en même temps aussi Henderson bien plaisir pour te gagner compétition ça là.
Ça c'est un but mon fait ça ni yon année nous mettre chanter en compétition là. Eve motega kachile se moun la lombi le kont bite ça là because on année passée nous pas content rien audio eve le mon taper email là moi j'ai sauté hod là pour moi because moi tellement content moi taper un message là et moi ni dit well OK merci bon Dieu because moi la ka souffert avec chicken gun eve mi un bon bite une bonne nouvelle pour moi eve oui ça c'était bon.
Finalement, vous avez présenté ça meeting chef gouvernement.
Oui.
Dis-nous quoi ça.
Oui, en juillet, 1er juillet, nous avons eu un grand meeting chef gouvernement CARICOM. Il y a eu une cérémonie pour ouvrir le meeting là. Et là, nous avons chanté en live pour la première fois pour présenter chanter pour toute Caraïbe latin.
À la nouvelle, le ministre Santé a commencé un pilot un projet hors à Siemens Salam qui a adressé cette situation qui a concerné quantité de monde qui a fait plainte médicale à l'hôpital Princess Margaret. L'initiative celle-là qui a encouragé les gens pour aller au Health Center Wozo en dit Princess Margaret Hospital si maladie n'est pas mauvaise. Les gens qui ont reçu service hors à 8h le bon matin pour 7h au soir. Quand même si le directeur santé, Dr. Charlotte Jeremy, plan ça là pour un long temps à présent. Dr. Jeremy dit plan ça là qui est coupé à ce temps et qu'à point pour taper service à l'hôpital Princess Margaret. Ministre santé a demandé public là pour coopération à eux et puis initiative ça là. Et puis finalement, organisation ou l'aide qu'a mis en place pour le secteur énergie en Dominique. Parole celle-là sorti au permanent secrétaire ministre énergie Lucien Blackmore pendant un workshop qui mettait attention à ce secteur énergie semaine passée.
Ça, on a dit que faire, c'est de mettre en place la framework. So, nous avons un baseline pour ça. On a comment ça plan, comment ça développer l'énergie pour payer. C'est ce que nous avons fait aujourd'hui là pour faire certains toutes mesures en place pour faire certains développements pour l'énergie secteur Dominica que ça fait d'une manière qui est bien solide et bien sustainable et bien desirable comme on dit en anglais.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
Coming up next, your tip of the day.
What's for dinner?
I know, but you want Cheryl.
Who? Cheryl? Oh, babes, that's nothing.
Nothing? Within there, but that is nothing?
Hon,
come
on.
Whatever.
You know you're my number
And she's number what, 10? Plenty married women get engaged from the husband these days. I don't want to be one of them. From now on, I'm looking out for me.
But babes, I only talk to the woman.
Until I'm certain this will take care of both of us, if you're lucky.
Your family depends on you. Don't take home aids.
In-studio discussions, insight, Creole News, Road to the Throne, Calypso, Creole Festival, Carnival, and lots more local programming. See it all on the Government Information Service, your first for local news.
Remember, foods are not good or bad. Select foods based on your total eating patterns, not whether any individual food is good or bad. Don't feel guilty if you love foods such as apple pie, potato chips, candy bars, or ice cream. Eat them in moderation and choose other foods to provide the balance and variety that are vital to good health. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm. Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Mervin. Thanks for watching.